So today I want to talk about stagnant energy. The reason I want to talk about stagnant energy is because it's such a huge topic for me. The purpose for that, and the reason I make that statement, is just for the fact that there's a lot to it. There's this is something that's going to be covered in many videos over time, just because what I'm going to be talking about is not simple at all. When I'm talking about stagnant energy, I'm also going to get into how to recognize it, how to clear it out, how to deal with it, how it's actually not a bad thing, but yet it's not a good thing. It's like a balance of it. So I'm gonna cover these in different videos over time. So I'm gonna try to do my best to start off with this video here. So first thing, stagnant energy. What is it, and what's the big deal about it, right? Well, stagnant energy is whenever you get that feeling. Let's say, let's use an example so that we can bring this this concept of stagnant energy to fruition, to form, give it some form, some shape, so it'd be easier for you to visualize as I give my example. Imagine you are waiting for a job that you've been wanting for a while. You've had multiple interviews. Each one went well. You feel like in your mind, your conscious mind, like went well, like this is for you. But yet, within the pit of your stomach, 3 inches below your navel, you feel this feeling. It's like this swirling, terrible feeling in the pit of your stomach. It just doesn't feel right. It feels like, we call it nervous sinus. You feel nervous, you feel excited, and that energy is associated with a lot of times our minds will start to think negative, especially if you're not strong in your mindset. You right away will start to think, well, I've been here before. Because every time you go through a scenario, just for you guys to know, if it's new to you, your mind's gonna start looking for scenarios or information or data that is similar to the current situation that you're going through. So it's gonna look at information you had from movies, information that you got from past life experience, information that you have from previous experience, information that you have from friends or family who've been through certain experiences. Your mind remembers all of that information, so it starts to try to extrapolate the best possible solution for you. And the majority of the time, because of the way we grew up and the environment and whatnot, it starts to extrapolate negative feelings, or not feelings, but the thoughts pattern. So you start thinking negative. You start thinking, oh, you're not gonna get it. You start thinking, all the most negative things you could possibly can. You become fearful that you may not get it. You can be fearful that they're not gonna call you. You get attached to the idea that, man, this is a really good job. This is what I've always wanted. They pay really well. Maybe your current financial status is like not the greatest. And you know that if you get this job, it would just fix your life in such a new status, and you'll be able to start taking care of things you need to take care of. So your mind starts getting attached to that as well. Like, oh my gosh, please let me get this job, and you start becoming more fearful, and then more attached to it and desiring it, and then you become, you start overthinking it. You start trying to take control. You take the control from the universe by questioning, wondering. So you're creating this fear-based mentality. So that gut feeling, or stagnant energy, because it sits there. It sits there. You feel it in the pit of your stomach, and it just sits there. And you'll be watching TV. You'll be hanging out with your friends, but you can't not stop thinking about it. You try to think about something else, but you just can't not stop thinking about it. It just keeps coming out. You keep feeling it. You feel it. And it swirls in the pits of your stomach. Okay? So I hope that I was able to describe the basic concept of stagnant energy. We have all felt this. Okay? So when you feel like that, that is stagnant energy. That's the description of stagnant energy. Now, there's two sides to each coin, right? The first side is, it could be a bad thing. If you're not recognizing it and you just let it sit there and, you know, just like, I'm just gonna go to sleep and blah, blah, blah and whatnot, and, or I'm just gonna go drink or whatnot, you're letting that stagnant energy sit. And what happens is that stagnant energy sits, and stagnant energy is a lower vibrational energy, it's negative energy. Anything stagnant is basically dead energy, it's dead, dying. Now I'm just using that for that reference because we all know that energy can never really be destroyed. But it's killing your hope, the mindset of, you know, that belief system, that hope, which is, if you don't have that, you might as well, it's kind of like you're being dead, right? So many people have been through depression or even committed suicide because they had no hope. So yes, that is a valid, you know, point that I'm making there. So then again, let's look at the negative aspect of it. Is if it sits there and you don't do anything with it, and it just stays stagnant, which is stagnant means still, being the energy's still, the energy's is not moving. When energy is not moving and is stagnant, it becomes dark, lower vibrational energy, and it's not creative energy, it's destructive energy. So that's a better way of saying, rather than destroying, it's a destructive energy. So better than saying dead, let's say destructive. It becomes a destructive energy because it's an eater of dreams. Let's put it to you that way. Okay, lower vibrational energy, stagnant energy is a destroyer or eater of dreams. So your hopes, your dreams, your wants. So you want this job, you're hoping for this job, but the more you're allowing this stagnant energy to sit, the more you're contemplating, the more you're thinking, the more you're worrying, the more you're stressing, and it grows and it grows. And until you get to in your mind, you're like, well, you know what? I'm not going to get this. And then all of a sudden you get that call and you don't get it, because not because the job wasn't for you, it was for you. But every time you don't believe something is for you, the universe must respond to your belief, and your belief is it's not for you, so it can't be for you. So and then the universe says, okay, because you believe, your stronger belief is that it's not for me, then therefore the universe says, I'll take it away, because you are telling me what you want, and you're getting what you want. Whether you want it consciously or subconsciously, you're getting what you're feeling the most, what you're vibrating the most. Okay? Remember, Nikola Tesla, you want to understand the secrets of the universe, think of it in the form of vibrational frequency. Get your hands on anything about vibration, vibrational frequency. There's a lot of books. In the metaphysical aspect. And that's going to help you a lot. Okay? Because then you understand more of what I'm talking about. So that's why we have to be cautious when it comes to negative energy. It's just a destroyer of dreams. In the positive note of the side of the coin, if you learn how to feel, how to sense your vibration, how to sense how you're feeling at that moment, if you are totally always aware, or at least the majority of the time aware of your feelings, your vibration, then you'll be able to sense that energy stirring up. You'll be feeling it being stagnant, becoming more and more stagnant. And right away you start to, because you'll be able to know. Like, for example, let me tell you how I know. Let's say, for example, I'm that person in the story. I'm trying to get this new job. Okay? And I've been there many times. And let's say I'm trying to get this new job, and now I'm feeling stagnant. I'm like, wow, what's this? I'm feeling that feeling in my stomach. I'm worrying. I'm doubting. I'm feeling fearful. I'm questioning, are they going to call me and not going to call me? I'm constantly fighting against that feeling. part of me doesn't really want to do anything. I feel almost like down, but yet excited at the same time about the idea of me getting this. And then what if I don't get it? And then and then you start feeling like this. Well, as soon as I start feeling like that, as soon as I feel the first bit of that energy, I take action. Because I know, and now you will know because I'm teaching you this, because I know that if I have stagnant energy, then I'm not in the flow. Stagnant energy is an indication. If you're stressing, you're worrying, you're doubtful, that's all an indication that you've removed from being in the flow. Okay, and let's go over what that means real quick. Being in the flow is you have the knowing. It's the feeling of knowing. You just know. It's certainty. You're not questioning. You're not worried. You're not doubtful. You go about your day. You don't feel that gut feeling. You don't feel that nervous sadness. You're just like, oh, I ain't worrying about it, because why should I worry about something I already have? Why should I question whether I'm going to get it or not when I already have it? Why should I stress about something that has been given to me, that is already mine? So you're not. So that mindset is already there, and that's not being egotistical. It's just you're just letting it go. I'm not stressed. And you're not attached to it too. Because you're like, okay, I know this for me, but if it doesn't be for me or it doesn't come for me, that's okay, because that job brought it to my attention that I am aware now that I want something similar or greater than to that. So that alone has elevated my mindset. You see what I'm saying? And elevated more. Every time you elevate your mindset, you're elevating the clarity of who and what you are, what you desire in life, and that elevates you vibrationally. And that's what it's all about. That's what the path is all about. Becoming more and more clear, more awakened, and in that way you can raise your vibration. That's what I told you before in a previous video. There's different levels of it all. Okay, of awakening, which is clarity. And so as I start to feel, let's go back to what I was saying, an example. So as I put myself in that situation, I start to feel this stagnant energy. I take action. I start, I'll even like start talking to myself. And I say, I start to rebuke it. I say, I rebuke the negativity. Be quiet. You're not allowed here. You're not allowed here. I rebuke the negative thoughts, the negative feelings, the fears that are illusions. I rebuke you. Be gone. You're not welcome here. So I start speaking like that. I start speaking to that little voice with my bigger voice. Okay? And I will do that over and over and over again. And then I will get up and do something. I'll go and I'll do something positive. I'll go and work on something that is part of my path. I'll go and, listen to something that's positive, that makes me feel good. Anything and everything, any kind of tool that you can utilize that will get you out of that state of being stagnant and making you move. You got to move physically. And when you move physically, the body will move with it. So you just keep doing that. Or use affirmations, I can be what I will to be. Okay, every day in every way, my job at blah blah blah, so and so just keeps getting better and better. Call that job to you even before you even have it, because the reason you don't have it is because you don't see it. If you don't see it in your mind, most of us don't believe we have it. You have to call it to you first, and then it will be a byproduct of it. You have to believe it first, and then be a byproduct. So don't worry about whether you got it now. Don't worry about any of that stuff. You just gotta just keep moving forward and get yourself out of that being still and that stagnant vibration. And we're not talking about the kind of stillness when you're meditating, because when you're feeling stagnant, you can't even meditate. You try to meditate and sometimes you just can't. The ones who are skilled in this area, yeah, they can do it. They can do it but that takes a lot of practice. I can do it, but there are times where there's something so amazing that you waited for such a long time that you planted the seed and it comes, and then it's like at the end where it's about to just burst through and come into your vibration, and you're gonna phase into that new reality. And sometimes you can even like self-destruct it or start to think, oh my God, this is too good to be true, and that can cause you to start freaking out and cause and destroy what you've been working on. Stagnant energy can also happen when your home is your home, your own personal self. You haven't been doing the things you need to be doing to get the energy moving. You see a lot of stagnant energy in the house. That's why you see things like feng shui and whatnot. You see people blessing their homes. Get the energy moving. There's a lot of things you can do. You can do prayers in your home. You can take sage. You can do a lot of stuff to get your home energy moving. Get it moving. Change things around. But get that stagnant energy out. Sometimes by doing something in your physical life, meaning like cleaning. If you're feeling stagnant inside and you can't get it out, then go clean, go move. When I get stagnant, I can't sleep. I have to get up. I have to go for a walk. I'll have to do some recordings. I'll have to talk to my guides. I'll talk to someone like a mentor or a teacher. I'll start moving. I'll go help people that I know need help. I'll go donate money that I know people need, So do something. Get it moving. Get it moving. And once you do that, you break free from that stagnant energy. You get back into the flow. All of this is about getting back into the flow. And you always want to do what you got to do to maintain your position within the flow. Okay? And once you're there, you know that your stuff is going to come. There's no doubt. There should be no doubt in your mind that what you want, what you're desiring, what you've been working for is going to come to you when you're in the flow. You are in the flow or non-stagnant energy. With non-stagnant energy, and we'll get back to how it is to be in the flow, but non-stagnant energy is creation. That's when you're creating things, you're allowing things, the impossible becomes possible. Okay? And you feel at peace, you feel joy, you have that knowing, you have that faith, you have that gratitude, and you're not worrying about it. You're not even thinking about what you want. You're just like, every day you do something towards it and you just let it go. And you just know for certain it's gonna happen. You just gotta do your part. And you just know, I just do my part and boom, that's all I gotta do. And it's just a matter, it's law. So you're like, I gotta have this, it's law. Remember, you're going to get what you want as long as you walk in that path and following the universal laws the way I'm teaching you and the way so many other good teachers. But you want to have the good information. And that's why I hope that I can help you the best I possibly can. Okay? So, again, you want to keep moving forward. Try not to be stagnant. Get the energy moving. This is so huge. This is so huge because a lot of times people allow that stagnant energy to sit there, and because of their own power, they start to think the worst. And because of whatever you think about the most is, and whatever is your greatest dominant thought is what you're gonna get. So that dominant thought comes to rotation, and then you're sitting there. Why did this stuff work? Why did the universe not give it to me? Or maybe it wasn't meant to be. No, it was meant to be. But you didn't think it was meant to be subconsciously. So therefore, by law, it wasn't meant to be. The law didn't fail. You just used the law so well, but you didn't know you was using it so well because you was doing it subconsciously. This is about these videos and this time right now, the time of awakening in the world, is not about violence. It's not about racism and killing and all this stuff and who's better than who and who's the greatest master or who's the greatest teacher or who's got the greatest students. No, it's not about that. It's about everybody trying to shine their light to give the highest reflection of who and what they are as a remembrance to others that they are that which you are reflecting to them. They are the same thing. You are the light. They are the light. We are all part of the one. The law of oneness. Look that up. We'll talk about that some more another time. Until next time, love and peace as always. Don't forget to subscribe. Give me a couple of thumbs up. I would appreciate that. I'm just trying to, share the love. And again, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any ideas, if anybody's willing to jump on board to help me out, to spread, to do the work and stuff like that and collaborate, hey, let's do it, right? That's what it's all about. Love and peace. Take care.